So, Grand Rising. I started doing a video, but my video, my phone got. Anyway, Grand Rising. So, basically, I want to get on here and kind of deliver a message. It kind of goes into religion, but it's more about just it goes into it's about religion, but it's more about like love and like what the principles of religion were supposed to be based on, so I kind of wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. So I've done videos before, and you know I've, like I said, I've done videos before, and I have been on a spiritual journey for about 2 years, going into 3 probably, but I've been on a spiritual journey for a while now. Yeah, about 2.5 years. I've been on a spiritual journey, and during my spiritual journey, right, a lot of things have changed around me. You know, I have I've picked up tarot, and I put it down, but lately I picked it back up. And today, this is the card I've picked up, and this is kind of how I've been feeling the whole spiritual journey. And this message is a message that it's from the heart, and it's basically for the loners, or the people that are chosen in their family, or you know, the outcast or the black sheep, you know, especially if you're a younger person right now. This message is definitely for you, and I'm putting this message out because I don't want to offend anyone. If you know, if you're, you know, a friend, family, or that used to be, or in the past, like this is just especially for people that are going through this, but especially younger people, right? Because I just want you to know how special you are and why you're the loner, okay? That's why you're the loner. And I want to give you a piece of advice out of this book. And you can look at this, you can see he's indigenous. He's, you know, he's a black man on here. Don't look at this as a black man right now. Look, you could put your face on this. You could put your grandfather, whatever color you are, whatever religion you are. Don't just look at this card. I want you to take this message, right? And I want you to sit with it, because like, I want you to know how special you are. Even if nobody in your whole family tells you right now, you have to hold on to something. So I need you to understand this, right? So I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. I'm older. I'm 42 years old, right? And, you know, I've watched The Matrix, you know, and first of all, I'm so blown away. You got to research on who wrote The Matrix. It's like mind-blowing. Well, I know I'm late, but when I found out, it just totally blew my mind. I'll let it be a surprise. But, you know, I pulled this card, right? And for the last 2 years, right, I've, you know, felt like the loner, right? But my whole life, really, I have been the loner and felt like the loner. I've had people around me, right? I've had family members, but I grew up in a home, you know, I grew up in an abusive home, and I had, you know, my father, you know, I grew up in an abusive home, and I was overlooked, you know. My mom was more, you know, kind of more, you know, an enabler a little bit, you know. And, you know, I grew up like just thinking totally different, you know. A lot of my cousins and sisters and brothers, and not to be bad, I was just different, you know. I was more so the wild child, the rebel, you know, the outspoken one, you know, the one who wants to always do the nappy roots, you know what I'm saying, in the family, you know what I'm saying. And listen, that's why I want you to take this out the equation, because you could be living in $1 million mansion, and your parents or people in the world no one cares about, or you may feel like the loner, or you may be in the projects, you know. A lot of them feel like the loners. A lot of them feel like the loners, you know. But that's why this message is important. You know, that's why, because now is not just the time for, you know, the world is changing, and there are forces that are above us, you know, that don't have our best interest. And you know, at first it was easier to turn away because it was just the people that maybe in the projects or the poor countries, and you know, I'm gonna give 50 cents to the donations, and you know, I've done my charity work for, you know, and I'm a good person, like, you know what I'm saying. But like, now it's times are changing, right? So that's why I'm on here. But anyway, I grew up, and you know, it wasn't anybody really, except I had an older cousin that was kind of the, you know, the loner too. But you know, being a girl, it's a little different, right? um Especially in a family full of women, you know. I have women on my father's side that are more spiritual, but I wasn't as close to them. But you know, some things I learned from my father's side, the women on my father's side. Like, I have women on my father's side that have psychic abilities, like, and they make livings off of using these abilities, right? And like, before, like, if I didn't have an example of that, I would have thought this whole, like, I would have never been able to wake up right now. I would have probably stayed stuck in this whole matrix mindset, and like just strictly waiting for them to tell me what's going on in the news, right? But I've had different experience. I was raised in a middle class family, you know. Some people, you know, I've had experiences that a lot of my friends, or you know, people I grew up with or knew, didn't have, because you know, my mother's family, they would at one time have been considered a family that have had, you know, more opportunities, a black family that had more opportunities, right? I have Caucasians on both sides of my family. I am indigenous. I have indigenous. It's all, you know, I have other Haitian, like, you know, I have all these things in me, right? So I never grew, and I grew up in a predominantly white area. I love white people. It's in my family. I love Koreans. You know what I'm saying? I love, you know, I love Spanish people. You know, I love them. You know, like, if it wasn't for them, they're like, it wouldn't be certain things, you know. We wouldn't, like, it would just be so boring, you know. I love, sometimes, you know, I like wearing chopsticks in my hair, you know. I don't know, but you know what I'm saying. I was able to go and work in a nursing home on a Korean unit, and their discipline and the way they love their families, and the honor, you know what I'm saying. They give from the top to the bottom, you know what I'm saying. Like, even when you are working with their families, you know, here, let me slide you $50. Ma'am, I can't take that. Let me slide you $50 because I honor you for doing this for my desk. I honor you. I just want, like, things I've never seen over here. I'm sorry. But just things I haven't seen, like, you know. So like, I've learned so much, right? But I've heard someone say, right, that 19 keys, there was 19 keys. And I just, because this statement, I feel like, should just right now be like the theme of this whole year. Whether you believe this was the new year or the New Year's, it should be the theme. Now is the time to put our gods to the side, right? You know, but being the loner, you know, like I said, I was always made to kind of feel like, well, if you don't go to college, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, you know, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this. And you know, instead of you know, I never really got the chance to be around people that were confident, like really confident. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm not like, I'm by myself confident. Like, I don't want, okay, that's not me like, but I don't want that life. I don't want to just be checking in to a robot every day. And if I did, it was like they were made to look like it was scary. Like, it looked scary for them, you know. Like, damn, you know, that's frightening, you know. And even with the abuse I had in my home, right, I've learned so much. My father you know, he always used to teach me about eating healthy, you know, about religion, like, not religion, but about like Egypt, like the beginning of the times, you know, Kemet, things like that, things that are coming out now. He was like way above his time, right? But people grow back then, they, you know, if you thought differently, you were crazy. And you know, they probably, a lot of them, being a black man, you know, certain things you thinking different, you were And you know, I see why he went and turned. He was angry. You know, I'm starting to understand, right? But and that's why I want you, young people. I want you to really absorb what I'm saying with this loner card. I tried to fit into the box, and I started smoking all the time. I started smoking PCP, you know, so I did not want to feel anything, nothing, because I was always told I was wrong for, you know, because you just got to be quiet, you know, you just got to keep going this direction. You don't feel your feelings because you're wrong. You see, everybody else is quiet, you know, your cousins are all going to college, you could blah blah blah, you know. And I always tried to fit into this narrative, and I was always trying to smoke and drink and, you know, just, but I also always had friends that, you know, they had family issues, you know. Some of them would be considered poor, or to my family, you know. And I always got like, why would you hang with those people? And you know, they don't have these things. Like they're why they don't have like the like, why would you, they don't have a car, they don't have this, they don't. And I like thinking like, right, but they don't have a car, they might not have a, you know, this, but we're kind of going through the same things. Like their parents are, I don't know if you know it, because you might think that because, you know, but we're going through the same issues. That's why I'm hanging with them, you know, because like, you know, they have these same issues. They are like, so, you know, for me to be in this family and be able to keep pretending, I need somewhere that I can go to relate to people that I can relate to, that have like, how do you make it through? How, you know what I'm saying? And some of these people just go through and like, you know, I've had friends that, you know, I don't see no more, but you know, like it was times that we cried together, that we laughed together, you know what I'm saying, we drank together, you know what I'm saying, that all of that, you know. And we've gone on different directions, you know. Some of the friendships ended ugly, but you know, I look back, and without those times I wouldn't have been able to make it through, you know. Some of the times, like, those were the people that were there, that like, damn, like how you come up with that, or damn, you're smart, you're really smart, or damn girl, you look good, like where you get that from? Some of them, like, you know, the people that, you know, didn't have the luxury bags or the new sports cars and things like that. And oh man, yeah, we bumped heads, and you know, and guess what, it wasn't, I can't never say it was just that person or this, because going through this spiritual journey, being by myself, shit, but I've had to look at myself, and I've seen some things about myself that, like, sometimes I might not want to look in the mirror today until I just really sit with this, because, like, damn, I was that type of person. I did that to this person. I hurt this person, you know. But I want all the loners to know, right? All the people, just people in general, right? When you, I studied different religions. You know, I've had Christian one day, Muslim, you know, Jehovah Witnesses, like, right, the works, you know. But one concept I've kind of gotten out of everything, the same thing, even now going into spirituality, right? Christ consciousness, right? That's with this is the theme, right? Not even the theme, this is the mindset, right? But this is the mindset that is really happening in the world, you know, Christ consciousness. Like, and I'm going to try to explain how, you know, if you don't know, how it kind of fits into my life, right? So Christ consciousness, right? We see Christ was what? He wasn't he didn't have you know, he didn't have everybody hanging with him. He was a what? He was a loner. So like I said, take this picture, put whatever face you want on, but he was a loner. You know what I'm saying? He was a loner, or she was a loner. Whatever you want to believe, they were a loner. And they were a loner. They were tested, you know, by themselves. They had people from the bottom to the top. Kings of kings. Kings of kings, kings of kings. They weren't worried about all the people that were together and grouped up. They were just one big, okay, we got that under control. They were worried about one person that was a loner, That was the one that they were scared that was going to change the world, that was going to affect the world. The loner. Not the one that, you know, was grouped up. Not the one that was, why are you hanging with the Gucci? Why? They don't have this. They don't have that. Not the people that love you, say they love you, and you know what I'm saying? No, he still, and that's another thing. He still loved. He still cared, you know. And lately I've been watching the news, and I see people on the news, and everybody, there's so much things are happening every single solitary day, right? And people are the leaders of the free world are acting as, sometimes they act very confused, you know. And I'm there are days that I do, and that's why I gotta step away from what I see on TV. But there are days I see, and they say this is the time on the rise of women. You know, women are, this is, but you see a lot of these women that are on there asking questions now that weren't asked before, you know, because, you know, it's, if you're watching the TV, it seems confusing. You're watching 10 different news. They give you a lot of it's all opinion based. Everybody is confused. One day, minute, they're going to shut down this. They're going to open up this. And always the president is like watching a Rocky movie. I mean, it's hard to keep up with, you know? And everyone's so confused and not knowing what's going on, right? But I get online after I separated from all the spiritual like leaders and all the, you know, because that's another thing that you don't want to get caught up into. You don't want to get caught up into being a part of any like right now is the time where it's hard, especially, you know, I'm kind of used to it, like a little bit. I'm used to it, you know what I'm saying? Being kind of, I grew up in a house where your opinion does not matter. You know what I'm saying? But it's still hard for me, you know what I'm saying? As a woman, I've had a lot of trauma too that I realized that I just didn't have, even with money. You know, I always was like, but I'm not gonna go out slaving and doing this and saving and like so I can have like so I can be like that, because if I get to a certain amount of and have a certain amount of money, I'm not gonna be able to feel the people that like were there when I didn't have any. The people that like kept me from, you know what I'm saying, going crazy, or the people that were the ones that were crying with me. They might have been drinking and smoking with me, but you know what I'm saying? They're sitting, I mean, you know, you sitting out there, you youngins know, you sitting out there, you're smoking, you're drinking, you could be, look, in the library reading books. I'm just telling you about my story. You know, in the library reading books. You could be in a college dorm room. Like, you know, like, oh yeah, that happened to you. You were abused too. You were sexually, or you were this, or you were raped, or you were, you know what I'm saying? You're a billionaire and your parents are never home and they're flying around. You too? Wow. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? These aren't lawyers, doctors, and sometimes these last years through my journey, I've been, you know, I don't have people I can talk to, you know. There's nobody in my family like me. You know, all the times you look around, you see people that you may have poured into. These people are nowhere to be found, and that's where this is going to come in. Jesus was tested. Jesus was tested. You know, I mean, you could be an aunt, you could be an uncle, you could be a cousin, you could be a sister, you could be a mother, you could be a daughter, you could be a brother, you could be, you know, a nephew, you could be this, you know, all the things you're going to start to see, all the things you may have poured into people, you know, this is right. This is the time. You'll know if you are chosen. You'll know you'll know, because the world is not going to be right now handing you out. You will probably be the loner. You probably will be the one that they make crazy. But guess what? This is the time now where you're going to see you're not crazy. And the thing is, I've stopped smoking as much. Like, I can't, you know, because like I was even starting to smoke during my spiritual journey, smoking weed, you know, just you know, because I'm actually hearing things that a lot of the young people, not buy my this, or I'm gonna sell, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I want you to buy this because I need to eat. But this message, forget all that. This is, I'm not spinning you. This is what's going on right now. Take it and run with it. Like, take it and make you some bread off of this, right? And you gotta love it. You know what I'm saying? But then you look at the news and you have these people that are confused, right? But then you have these people that you go into videos and you're like, wait a minute. But they said that that was going to happen a long time ago. Oh yeah, their page is shut down now, so I can't go back there. Wonder what happened with that. Or, that doctor was talking about this, but he's no longer here anymore. What? Or that spiritual teacher was saying, but he's gone. Okay, I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning the other day watching a video about the radiation. Whoop, the video gets shut off. They don't know what's going on in the world, but they know what this person is doing, this one person is doing on the internet. Like, come on, like, we got to be more aware of what's going on around us and start sticking together and stop putting this, oh, you're black, you believe in this, you're Jewish, you're Christian, you're this, you're who cares? This is what made this. I'm here, and I did not get here. I did not get here off of your opinion. The days that I was by myself, the day I get on there last night, I might not totally buy into everything, but I do. There's a common theme in all of the religions, right? And it's love. It's, it's being like knowing when you're being tested, about being the loner, about walking the journey, about not being a part of the Gucci crowd, or not, because the king, like I said, the kings, they, when with Jesus, or whatever Jesus is in your religion, or right here, they weren't worried about the groups. It was the little young internets that they were worried about. These are the Jesuses now, and you take it and however you want. But these people that aren't confused, the people, the young people that are getting the downloads, and I'm so thankful that I have my father's family, because I would have never been able to accept. Okay, I'm starting to get psychic abilities. I'm starting to get gifts. I'm starting to, because I couldn't accept that. This whole journey, I couldn't accept that, because I was so busy worrying about some more spiritual teachers to lead me, guide me to. I need to buy $1,000 videos and this and that so that I can be this and understand this. But I'm getting messages. How are all these young people getting messages? Are they going to spiritual teachers? Are they, are they getting special training in the Air Force, the Navy? Are they, working with the Navy SEAL, the Army? Are they working with the president? No, they're not. Why are their videos getting shut down? Because they're not confused. And if you go back and see some of these videos, these things are happening now. So you can keep looking at it and like, oh, but they don't know. So but when you keep turning on the news, 1 week we don't know where the drones are. We don't know nothing. And then this week, now that, this has happened, all of a sudden the drones are here to save us. They're great. They're wonderful. Like, it's confusing. I don't know what's going on. No one knows everything that's going on. But I'm saying, why are we being shut off of social media groups? And why can't we speak our piece? Why can't we know? Why can't we share information? If you're confused, why don't you want the people to help the people? Maybe the people can help you. Why? It's like and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why we need to stop getting caught up in religion, because it's all, if I think outside the box, I'm going to hell. If I think that if I listen to someone that doesn't have a college degree or I might not get, like, I might seem crazy. But I used to probably, I probably want, I want to know something. I don't know. That's my problem, probably. And that's why at 42, it's a little easier for me to get out and because the kids, I want to know, I want to watch the cartoons. I want to know what's in the movies. I want to know what they're saying. I want to see if it's true. And use these skills. Use your trauma as a skill. I don't trust shit. I don't trust a lot of things that people say. Right? You know what I'm saying? I don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust it. And that's why religion, because I don't, that doesn't seem right in this one, because it does, if he can't, no, like, I want to know on the news, something don't sound right. You know what I'm saying? But I have to, still harness it. But it has helped me to get out and do my own research. You know what I'm saying? To figure out things for myself, to realize that the youth are the real, because a lot of us are, we're already, a lot of people of age are already, our minds are already like, we have to stay on focus what's on the internet, what's on social media. But like, I have gotten so many wonderful experiences, like or not even wonderful experience. I have learned so much about life and people, even, spirituality, a lot of the, it's, and that's why I got to kind of separate those. A lot of the woke spiritual teachers and communities and things like that, you have a lot of amazing ones, but don't get caught up in anything like that. I've been watching The Last Dragon. There is, who you keep looking for the master, you know. I believe in a higher power. I believe in a higher power. Yes, I can see it all the time. Like, there's no way that I'm getting messages, you know what I'm saying? I get on the internet, like, and that's the thing. Like, why are they shutting all this down? If I can place, okay, I got a download about this state and this happening. Okay, I get on the internet, I see someone else. There's a message about this. You know what I'm saying? You go into it. Like, if we were working together and not getting shut out, we would be able to start putting pieces together a lot faster. And all the things that are starting to happen every day, all day long, we would be able to prevent. So why are we getting shut off of social media? If they're confused, if people are confused, why are we getting shut off of social media? If you don't know what is going on around the world, why are you worried about what I'm speaking about? I can't have an opinion now. If I don't like what this shot did, or this whatever did, like, I don't have a right to say that. If something I feel is wrong, I don't have a right to say that. Why? If you're confused on it, and I can get the information somewhere else where someone else isn't confused, or whatever product they're rolling out this week, like, I might not have to wait 10 years to find out that I might get cancer, or my ear might fall off, or that I shouldn't have put that perm, or maybe use that baby powder, or smoke these cigarettes, or whatever. Maybe I don't have to wait till I'm near in the grave to find these things out. Why are they doing that? And that's just where I want to leave it. If you're a loner, if you're out here and you're wondering why you've been separated, you may see people, but you listen, this is the time to, you may not want, okay, you may not fit into the religious group, right? That's fine. That's fine. That's good. That's fine too, because you don't want to stay into like a cult theme either. Like, and I'm not even using like the saying that all religious people are in a cult, or but I'm just saying, you see a lot of the religious, some of the religious figures now that are wrapped up into a lot of things, that they were saying that were so, yeah, were so horrible. They're wrapped up into a lot of these things, and it's that makes it's not time to say, oh, I'm gonna just jump and just change, because that's, no, you still have to have some type of faith. I walk around all day talking to a higher power, because I don't have family, I don't have friends, I don't have this, because now I'm the loner. I'm the Christ. You're the Christ. This is the Christ consciousness. Okay, this is why we're able to, okay, and in my mind, I'm like, I'm not really getting the whole Christ consciousness thing. I'm sitting up here like, wait a minute, I wrote that down. Like, how is he talking about that? Wait a minute, I don't know that person. Why? Wait a minute. Okay, I'm starting to get it. One mind. Okay, Christ consciousness. Yeah. So you got to start kind of tapping in. And like I said, if you're the loner, not next year or this year, whatever you want to, if you don't believe in the, January 1st was the new year, you bring whatever year, wherever you're at with it, it's 9 year. It's the 9 year. The 9 year. It's the 9 year. You see that? And this is the card I pulled. And this is, like, I've been getting so angry for the last couple days because I haven't been trying to smoke, and like, I'm seeing social media, I'm seeing the news, and I'm now that when you're woke and you see things, like it's like you may be in the same room with people, but you're watching different news programs. You see what's coming. You see what these people are doing. You see certain things that are going on. You see games that are being played with the people, and it gets you angry, and I wish before, instead of spending time like trying to still chase a spiritual teacher, still chase a spiritual leader, I had kind of tapped more into what you would want to call the average people, you know what I'm saying, with these super brains. Like, it's ridiculous with some of these young people. It's ridiculous how their minds. I'm like I'm watching their videos, and they may be 2-3 minute videos, but I gotta watch them back and back because it's mind blowing. Like, but they're confused. They were confused. This came out 2 years ago, but they're still saying they're confused. Like, how did you? Like, I just don't still don't have no words. It's more like a deep, 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 deep. Like, I just am like, like, wow, you know. So I just give you this right now. This time, you're gonna start seeing stuff every day on the news. And time, this is yeah. This last year was light work. Last year was light work, and I gotta have my own faith. You know what I'm saying? I gotta realize why I walk alone, why I'm on here, why to bring you messages, to why the people, you know, and it's people of all types of races. Don't get trapped into. There are so many nights that I've gotten up like with downloads and dreams, and you're starting, because the people that are chosen, you start to feel the energy of the earth, and you don't know what's going on, but you got people of all different races. I have to find some of these people's names sometimes, but I've learned so much from people that don't look like me. And I've had so many days where like I was crying, and their message might not be like, power to the people, or not. Is believe in yourself. There are other people that are going through this. I'm gonna paint this pretty picture while I'm giving you a message. I'm gonna sing this beautiful song. And it ain't all that. It's not always like, it's not always about the conscious, and I mean, it's peace and beauty and everything. I'm gonna show you my how I made this dress, or I'm gonna show you how I did my makeup, or I'm gonna show you how to feel beautiful, or I'm gonna show you how like with my own family issues, how I went through them, and put my real self out there. My hair can look like this. I don't have on makeup today, but I just got to get on there, and because I don't want you to go through what I'm going through. I want you to know that I'm here. You're not alone. You're not alone, right? You're not alone. Though you're the loner, you're not alone. There are people that are going through the same thing. So when you see these people that are, and you're like, damn, but I still can't fit into that box, and believe me, they don't want you to fit into it. They don't want you to fit into it at all. They don't want you to fit into it at all. Because a lot of times when you're the loner, it makes people feel like you're offensive. You're offensive. It's something about you that offends me. I can't necessarily put my finger on it, but I like that you're alone. I like that you're this. I like that you're that. You know what I'm saying? I like seeing people do this to you, or I like you feeling, because it's something about you that makes me like hate myself. I've got all these certificates, I got these degrees, I'm this, I'm the man, I'm the woman, but you're just and you're still standing. How could this be? How could this be? Look at him and say, because I'm Christ, I'm part of Christ consciousness, I listen, or I follow the path of Christ, or I'm in the woods, or I'm in whatever, but I'm the loner. That I'm supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be angry and upset by me. I'm supposed to be the child that you can't figure out. I'm supposed to be the rebel, because guess what? With Jesus, they, like I said again, they were not worried about the masses. You don't hear you hear about, yes, you hear about apostles. You may, whatever religion you're gonna, yes, but it was millions, it was thousands of people. Do you, who you don't know who they are? They're one group, one mind too. They're one mind too. The clones, the lefts and the rights, the follows, the trends. We got to follow all the trends. If, oh, you ain't got this bag, you ain't got this, you know what I'm saying, you ugly, you not okay, ma'am, that's not your face either. That's not your face. Like, let's be for real. Oh, you're fat and you're skinny, but you're getting lipos. Like, yes, get on here, and I'm not saying knock any of that. I'm just saying, like, Don't get trapped up into that. Work on your own trauma. I've been working on my own trauma, and there are things today to do, just 5 minutes, and it will probably pass. And once I get off this video, and I'm gonna be like, dang, I need to work on this. Like, I'm not this person. Like, damn, I remember when I did this to this person. I remember when I said, you know, I might not be me there. Like I said, I might not have the relationships I had with certain people, you know, but damn, I did that to them too. I hurt them too. They may hurt me, but sometimes I hurt them too. But there were days that we cried together. There were days that we laughed together. You know, and you got to always remember those people that they try to make like, oh, they're the project people. Y'all going to start to see we're all the project people now. We're all the project people now. The people that they tried to make you believe like they're not important. Yeah. You might want to start taking examples on how, not, you know, all examples, you know, but how they stood strong. They stood strong, right? I'm not saying gang up. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, but they found family members outside of themselves. They found ways to make means, just like I need to, outside of them, outside. You know, I'm gonna eat. I'm not gonna starve. You listen, the world does not have to listen to me. But I gotta feed, I gotta eat. My little brother has to eat. My little sister has to eat. You know, my mom might be on drugs. You know, I was on drugs. I had put my own son in positions, you know, where he had to be a certain, you know, so I take no, like, I'm not on here to say that I was ever perfect, because I'm never going to be perfect at all. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking, yeah, never, not one day. But I'm saying, if this is you, like, just have faith. Have faith. Like I said, it doesn't matter if you're in a mansion in Malibu, or if you're somewhere in, we're all now the project kids. We're all now the baby kids. We're all now the ones that need to start coming together and figuring out, okay, why are they shutting these videos down? Why are they trying to shut us out? Why do they want us to depend on them? Just them. Why? If you're confused, why do you have time to spend worried about what some 15-year-old or 16, and these kids are smart. We got to start listening to our own kids, because these kids are gifted. They're gifted, not just my son is going to go to Yale. No, my son has special abilities. My son can figure out what's going on with the drones in 5 minutes. He got a 5-minute video about it. He's a mastermind. Where the hell is he getting this information from? You know what I'm saying? Yale, that's normal. Maybe he needs to be a world leader. Forget all that. Like, maybe let's skip Yale. Let's figure out why these kids are coming out like super geniuses. Yeah. It's time that we realize that we're all the project kids now. We're all the people that we're all this. You know, but especially right now, you know what I'm saying? Because there are going to be a lot of people that stay, that are going to be the Mr. Smiths in the Matrix, that are going to be the Mr. Me Too's, that are, you know what I'm saying? You know, I see so much on TV, like, and it's sad, like, and it's us. It's really us. And that's why I'm like, you know, and I'm reading, when I pulled this, it was basically about staying off the internet, staying off of social media. Like, I'm seeing world leaders, and, you know, I'm hearing that they're like making jokes about sexual abuse and it's us. We're sitting there like, you know, but I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because it's like, it's ugly. It's really ugly. And I spend so much of my time crying lately about like what I see on the news, and like, you know, and it's just really ugly, you know. But I just wanted to say, you know, if you are the loner, you know, and a lot of people, if you're new to this, you know, because I'm still new to this, like, there are a lot of people that can help you realize, like, who, you know, the energy, even today, you know what I'm saying, the energy is starting to really kick in, you know. Why am I having this energy? You know what I'm saying? What planets are shifting? What's moving? You know, the solar flares. Like, you know, you'll hear people that you idolize. You know, I don't want to hear about what I don't want to know. I don't. Right, but the solar flares are somehow, you know, the CMEs, the energy from the earth is something. Well, they didn't say it on the news, so I don't believe you. I don't know. So right, you never did. So right. The loners, tap back into what you know, what you believe, right? What you believe, because this is the time where you have to have your own faith, you know? So I just want to put this message out there, you know? And you know what? Sometimes the social media isn't all bad. I don't want to paint, because like I said, it's been so many times that I've gotten on this internet and just some music or someone saying like, just, I didn't have time to put on makeup. You know, I didn't have time to do my hair, to get on here. But I was feeling this in my heart, and I just want to get on here and give this message to you. And I click on it, and I'm like, damn, now I have an example. And this person is younger than me probably, you know. But I have an example. Okay, it's okay. It's safe to feel my own feelings. Okay, so this, you know, it's safe to say, you know, that wasn't right. You know, it's okay. It's okay that I don't have to keep putting my head down and pretending like it's okay. I don't have to get on here and do my hair and my makeup and pretend like, you know, I have everything going on. And no, you don't. You don't. You don't. You don't. And I see it every day. Or you know what? I may not be into the black consciousness or the white consciousness or but listen, I have feelings. I'm going to get in here and I'm painting some pictures for you. And I'm just going to let you know, like, you know, someone's here. These are messages, you know. And there are people that I even watch, and I that's right, I don't even know their names. If you mean something to me, I normally give like a nickname. That's just how I always am. But I call him the artist. You know, he's a white man. Nothing looks nothing like me. Had me in here boo-hooing, boo-hooing, boo-hooing. But guess what? It was that message helped me to make it to the next day. You know what I'm saying? To help me to lift myself up. You get what I'm saying? Nothing like me helped me to lift myself up. So all this, like, just we got to be on here with the white power, the black power, the Asian power. Yeah, this and that's bull. That's bull. And the internet isn't all bad. It's just how they use it and how you use it. And I need to be aware of that too. What you tap into. And sometimes it's like, I got to hurry up and get on here. Like, I got to keep the TV off. I got to hear. It's like I got to hurry up and move because I might hear something. Something, because all you're going to see on the news is just this, and we're confused. We're confused. But you know what? All right, I'm not gonna tap into that. I'm gonna tap in. I'm gonna watch this lady do her makeup today, because when I go out here today, I'm gonna feel good about myself. Whether I mean, you know, I don't always need makeup, but today that look hitting. I might want to try that. You know what I'm saying? Because it might make me feel better about what I feel, how I feel, how I show up in the world today. Instead of always walking around like, damn, I just want to hurry up and get away and hide and hurry up and get into my house because, you know, like, you know, what I'm seeing is so ugly. And then you get outside, you know, and there's still people like, hey, you know, I don't know, you know, I might not tap into the good morning thing, but hey, good morning, how are you? How was your holiday? How was it? I didn't even get asked, like, and when I was walking out my house, I had to, like, the person next to me act like they didn't even see me. Like, hey, but, you know, I like your shirt, I like your hair, hey, like, nah, that's why, you know, sometimes it's me too, you know, I just gotta tap in. But I just wanted to leave that for my loners. I just wanted to, like, just, you know, I'm just a person, you know, I'm not a celebrity or I'm not none of that, but like, I just want, like, if I could just think every video I ever saw, you know, that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, like, people just don't know about, like, when you're real, like, in your message, like, and you have a real message, like, people feel that, and it's, you're doing the Christ work, because you don't know how it affects people that are even older than you, or, you know what I'm saying, like, damn, they're smart, like, dang, I wish I was that. No, but I don't have to be, you know what I'm saying, because I see you and I'm proud of you, and you're helping me to still get out of here. You're still your message, you know. So, like, it's just like, I just wish that I could go back and just always say thank you. You know, I walked around my whole life saying sorry, sorry, sorry. And I remember a man at my job asked me, like, did something happen to you when you were a kid? And I said, yeah, why? And he was like, because you always say sorry. Like, everything, like, you say sorry. And I never really peeped it, but it made me feel bad a little bit. Like, damn, is it like, am I walking around like a trauma case? And I was, you know, And and this was on a Korean unit, and it was someone again who looks nothing like me that could see this. My whole family couldn't see this, but this man could see this, that looks nothing like me. Nothing like me. Nothing like me. You know, nothing. And I just remember that. Nothing like me. And now, and he's helped change my life, you know, and I wish I could thank him. But now I walk around trying to say thank you, 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 thank you. So, you know, thank you to all the loners before me. Thank you for all the videos I've ever seen in my whole life that yeah, thank you. And that's my message for today. Thank you.